How 8 minutes a day can shield you and transform others' life is a beautiful journey, isn't it? Most of us wake up each day hoping to encounter kindness, share a laugh, or simply enjoy the little moments, like sipping coffee with a friend or watching the sunset after a long day. But let's be real, the world isn't always full of sunshine and smiles. Alongside the good people who lift us up, there are others who seem determined to drag us down. You know the type, those who scheme, spread negativity, or try to harm us in ways big and small. And the truth is, no matter how careful we are, these bad guys can still find a way to mess with our peace, our energy, or even our wallets. They're everywhere too. Maybe it's that coworker who gossips behind your back at the office, hoping to sabotage your next promotion. Or the classmate who secretly envies your success and tries to trip you up during group projects. It could be the stranger at the bus stop who gives you a bad vibe, or even someone on the street who's looking for a chance to take advantage of you. We can lock our doors, watch our words, and guard our hearts. But sometimes, despite our best efforts, these folks still manage to wear us out. They drain our spirit, steal our joy, or leave us feeling powerless. So what do we do when the bad guys come knocking? How do we protect ourselves when it feels like trouble is lurking around every corner? I believe there's a quiet, powerful answer, one that doesn't involve fighting fire with fire or sinking to their level. It's the strength that comes from prayer. Yes, prayer, just 8 minutes a day, can become a shield around your heart and a light that changes even the darkest situations. Stick with me here because I want to unpack this idea and show you how it works, step by step, with real-life reflections and hope woven in. The reality of evil in everyday life. Let's start by acknowledging something we all know deep down. Evil isn't just some big dramatic thing that happens in movies. It's not always a supervillain with a cape plotting world domination. More often, it's the small, sneaky stuff, the little cuts that add up over time. Think about the last time someone hurt you. Maybe it was a friend who betrayed your trust by sharing something personal you'd told them in confidence. Or perhaps it was a boss who took credit for your hard work, leaving you feeling invisible. These moments might not seem like evil with a capital E, but they chip away at us all the same. They leave us tired, frustrated, and sometimes wondering if it's even worth trying to be good in a world that feels so unfair. I'll give you an example from my own life, or at least something I've seen up close. A while back, I knew a guy named Tom who worked at a small store downtown. Tom was the kind of person who always showed up early, helped his coworkers, and treated customers like family. But there was this one colleague, let's call her Lisa, who couldn't stand him. Lisa would whisper lies about Tom to the manager, saying he was slacking off or messing up orders, even though everyone knew he was the hardest worker there. She wanted his job, plain and simple, and she didn't care who she hurt to get it. Over time, Tom started coming home exhausted, not from the work, but from the stress of dealing with her schemes. He'd tell me, "I don't get it. I'm just trying to do my job. Why does she hate me so much?" That's the thing about people who want to harm us. Their reasons don't always make sense. Sometimes it's jealousy, like with Lisa. Other times it's anger, greed, or just plain meanness. And the worst part? We can't always avoid them. They're at our jobs, in our schools, waiting at the bus stop, or walking down the same streets we do. We can be as cautious as a cat crossing a busy road, but sooner or later, we'll brush up against someone who's out to cause trouble. Why fighting back isn't always the answer. When someone hurts us, our first instinct might be to hit back. If they gossip, we gossip louder. If they steal, we plot revenge. If they yell, we yell back. It's human nature, right? We want to protect ourselves, stand up for what's fair, and show them they can't push us around. But here's the catch. Fighting fire with fire often leaves us burned too. We end up just as angry, just as bitter, and just as worn out as they are. And in the end, nobody wins. Take Tom's situation with Lisa. He could have started spreading rumors about her too. He could have gone to the manager with his own made-up stories or tried to sabotage her work. But Tom didn't. He told me once, if I stoop to her level, I'm no better than she is. I'd rather keep my head up and let the truth come out on its own. That stuck with me. It's not easy to stay calm when someone's gunning for you, but there's wisdom in refusing to let their darkness pull you down with them. So if fighting back isn't the best way, what is? How do we deal with the Lisas of the world or the bigger threats without losing ourselves in the process? That's where prayer comes in. It's not a magic trick or a quick fix, but a steady, quiet power that does two incredible things. It protects us, and it changes them. The strength of just 8 minutes. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Prayer? Really? How's that supposed to help when someone's actively trying to hurt me? Fair question. Prayer isn't about waving a wand and making all the bad guys disappear. It's deeper than that. It's about building an inner strength that no one can touch and planting seeds of change in places you can't even see yet. And the best part? It doesn't take hours of your day, just 8 minutes. That's less time than it takes to scroll through your phone or brew a pot of coffee. Here's how it works. When you sit down to pray, whether it's in your bedroom, on a park bench, or even in your car before work, you're doing something powerful. You're handing over your worries to God or the universe or whatever higher power you believe in. You're saying, I can't control this mess, but I trust there's a bigger plan here. That alone lightens the load. Instead of carrying the weight of every insult, every scheme, every little stab in the back, you let it go. You breathe. You find peace. But it's more than just a stress reliever. Prayer builds a kind of shield around you. Picture it like this. Every time you pray, you're wrapping yourself in a layer of calm, courage, and clarity. The next time someone tries to rattle you, like Lisa did to Tom, you don't crumble as easily. You've got this quiet strength inside, whispering, they can't break me. I'm bigger than this. It's not that the bad stuff stops happening. It's that you stop letting it define you. I've seen this play out in real life. A friend of mine, Sarah, used to get bullied by a group of girls in high school. They'd mock her clothes, her grades, anything they could latch onto. It got so bad she'd dread going to school. One day her grandma told her to try praying about it, just a few minutes each morning. Sarah wasn't super religious, but she figured she had nothing to lose. So she started. Every day she'd sit by her window, close her eyes, and ask for strength to face those girls. She'd pray for them too, asking that whatever was making them so mean would soften. After a couple of weeks, something shifted. The bullying didn't stop right away, but Sarah did. She stopped shrinking. She'd walk into class with her head up, not down. The girls' words still stung, but they didn't sink in as deep. And over time, months, not days, those same girls started easing up. One even apologized years later, saying she didn't know why she'd been so cruel. Was it the prayer? Sarah thinks so. She told me, it didn't just save me, it saved them too in a way. Loving your enemies, the hardest, most beautiful part. Here's where it gets really interesting and really tough. Prayer isn't just about protecting yourself. It's about lifting up the very people who hurt you. I know, that sounds crazy. Why would you pray for someone who's out to get you? Why waste a single good thought on them? But this is the heart of what Jesus taught. Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. He didn't say it because it's easy. He said it because it's transformative. Think about it. The people who hurt us, whether it's a scheming coworker, a spiteful neighbor, or a random jerk on the street, aren't usually happy inside. Happy people don't go around tearing others down. They're often hurting, lost, or blind to the damage they're doing. Jesus put it perfectly. They don't know what they're doing. When you pray for them, you're asking God to open their eyes, soften their hearts, and turn their mess into something better. You're not excusing what they've done. You're hoping they'll stop doing it. Let's go back to Tom and Lisa. Imagine if Tom had prayed for Lisa every day for 8 minutes. Not just God, keep her away from me, but God, help her see she doesn't need to hurt people to feel good. Show her a better way. Maybe Lisa wouldn't have changed overnight. Maybe she'd still be a thorn in his side for a while. But that prayer could have planted a seed. Over time, it might have nudged her to rethink her actions, to let go of whatever bitterness was driving her. And even if she didn't change, Tom would have found peace in knowing he'd done his part. This isn't about being a doormat. You can still set boundaries, call out wrong when it's needed, and protect yourself. But prayer adds something extra, a layer of mercy that fights evil in a way anger never can. It's like watering a dry plant instead of pulling it out by the roots. You give it a chance to grow into something good. How to start your 8-minute prayer. So how do you do it? You don't need fancy words or a big ceremony. Prayer is personal. It's just you and God, talking like old friends. Find a quiet spot where you feel safe. Maybe light a candle if that helps, or just sit with a cup of tea. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and start. Here's a simple way to spend those 8 minutes. 2 minutes. Thank God for the good stuff in your life, the people who love you, the roof over your head, the strength you've already got. Gratitude sets the tone. 3 minutes. Tell them about the bad guys you're facing. Be honest. Say how they've hurt you, how tired you are, how unfair it feels. Let it out. Then ask for protection and peace to carry you through. 3 minutes. Pray for them. Ask God to touch their hearts, to heal whatever's broken inside them, to show them love so they don't need to spread hate. Picture them changing, even just a little. That's it. 8 minutes. Do it every day, maybe in the morning to start strong, or at night to let go of the day's weight. You'll be amazed at how it builds up over time, like drops of water filling a bucket. The bigger picture, mercy wins. When you pray like this, you're not just surviving, you're shining. You're saying no to the darkness without becoming part of it. You're trusting that God's mercy is bigger than any evil, that His love can reach places you can't. And little by little, you'll see it. Maybe the coworker stops scheming, maybe the bully moves on, or maybe you just wake up one day and realize their arrows don't pierce you anymore. I'll leave you with this. The world's full of good and bad, light and shadow. We can't stop the bad guys from showing up, but we can choose how we face them. 8 minutes of prayer isn't just a habit, it's a weapon of peace, a gift to yourself and others. So try it. Sit down today, take those 8 minutes, and let the power of prayer do its work. You'll be stronger for it. And who knows? You might just change a heart or two along the way. After watching, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. I have many good videos to share. Learn to give, and God will give you peace.